We're Threezus, there's three of us. We're weird as fuck and that's our deal. This could go anywhere, so buckle up and Threezus take the wheel.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Arby's.
What's up, Arby's?
Yeah, I hope someone's listening in at Arby's right now because they shat their fucking pants.
What's up, my beefs and cheeses or whatever the hell?
We have the meats.
Anyway, welcome. We are coming at you from the Pod City Studios at Spotify.
Because I'm Danny.
Welcome.
Darn it, I'm Daniel.
Shout out to you, Spotify. Thank you for having us.
Yes,
You're our
thank
favorite
you.
daddies.
And
We're
mommies.
reunited with our daddies after being.
Reunited.
And it feels like Spotify.
We're so happy for Daniel.
Yes,
Anyway.
yes. Nice.
Oh, wow. It's even sadder if Daniel doesn't get the...
We're very
Oh! It's been so long. I'd lost hope.
Totally
I
fair.
love you, Dad. I miss
finally
you.
get that milk?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a
probably
deep
yogurt
cut
now.
for
You know what's so
anyone.
funny?
Yeah.
I said I would start this episode like right before we started, and I was like, well, I have something, and then I guess I completely derailed it into some
It
weird...
makes it sound like what you had was that
this,
sick
yeah.
burn.
It was making fun of me.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's make fun of Daniel for things he can't control.
Yeah.
Also, welcome to the Threezus
Yeah.
podcast. We're so
Hi,
happy.
your name's Daniel.
Danny, do you have anyone to shout out
Yes,
this
I
week?
do. This is Emily Crowell because
What up,
What's
Emily
up,
Crowell?
Emily?
also
one of our
Crowell.
regulars.
to tie two and two together. Shit myself again. Emily Crowell says, "Hello, it's I Crave Ramen Noodles." So
Yes.
Emily Crowell is
Yes.
now the name behind I Crave Ramen Noodles.
Yes, I believe she's done this before.
Oh,
I
maybe.
believe
She
she's
told us.
ripped off her mask several times in
Oh
front
yes.
of us.
Yeah.
Also, sorry,
Like a
it's not
Scooby-Doo
Crowell. It's
villain.
Kroll. It's Kroll. It's like Nick
Oh,
Kroll.
Nick
Okay,
Kroll.
cool.
Yeah, but it's spelled differently.
Right,
So they say, it's been a while. I wanted to inform you that I now listen to Threezus when walking to school and eating alone in the dining hall. First and foremost, I'm so sorry you eat alone in the dining hall.
Well, unless it's like a
personal choice.
a preference.
Yeah.
Right?
It always puts me in a bad mood to start my day. I hate this podcast. Thank you for
Never
making...
mind. I'm glad
Well,
you're
we
alone.
hate you
Yeah.
too.
Thanks for still making episodes, I guess. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
part of like self-loathing to just like listen to a podcast you fucking hate.
I think
Yeah.
it's completely fair to assume that our listeners must be doing it out of self-loathing.
But yeah, thank you so much, Emily Kroll, for the for leaving.
Shout out Emily. We love you
DM.
lots. We love you as much as you love ramen noodles.
And
saying that
crave
we
that we
crave her?
crave you.
No.
That's
like
a little
the-
weird.
Not
That's
in a weird way.
weird.
Anyway, you can be like Emily. You can be shouted out on the Threezus podcast. All you got to do is DM the Threezus podcast at Threezus podcast,
Yeah.
or
Or-
leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
or
Or-
interact with our Spotify feed,
Polls.
or the best way, join our Patreon family at patreon.com/Threezus.
Threezus.
If you do that, we'll give you a big kiss on the mouth or
What's
whatever.
up there? I'm trying to get on the same
I
page.
saw that
Jason,
Danny
you
was
know,
trying
yeah.
to figure out what I was saying in real time,
Live.
so I tried to say something insane.
My asshole's on the outside. Yeah. I'm
right.
like, oh yeah, me too.
Well, folks, as you can see, I'm really freewheeling it here. I'm really improvising
the
a
theme
lot.
of Mason's life.
Exactly,
I feel like,
exactly. I just
Making
wanted
it up
to.
as he goes.
I am making it up as
Truly,
I go.
yeah. I feel like there are many stories, like the fact that you had no student housing your freshman year, and
Oh,
so
that
when
was
you literally
probably my
showed
biggest freestyle.
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah. I
accidentally
forgot
showing
about
up to
that.
college having never applied for housing of any kind.
Yeah,
You were just like, I'm here.
I literally was like,
You're
what
like,
do I do?
Give me a dorm.
Yeah. And they're like, what do you mean, what do I do? And I was like, well, all my stuff's here.
Yeah.
And
What do you want me to put it?
What were we gonna say, Mason?
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry. So, in the spirit of all the freeballing
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Nice.
No.
Are you doing that right now?
I've been doing improv shows in Hollywood again, which is something I
Heck yeah,
haven't
you
really
have.
done
I haven't
since
seen that
before
one.
the
If you live in
pandemic.
Hollywood, you should go to Mason's improv shows.
Yeah, right,
just-
right.
You got
So-
we don't know which one it is.
It's
Just go to
been
one.
like
Yeah, just go to
3
one, you'll be there.
years since I was doing regular comedy shows of any kind, and it's probably been like 5 years since I've been doing them in Hollywood in particular. I feel very rusty, and I just like was reflecting recently on like why certain shows feel harder than they used to, and I don't know if this is exactly what it is, but one personal revelation I felt I had was I'm putting pressure on these shows that I've never used to put on my performances because I just spent like basically 3 years like not performing for anybody live.
Sure.
And the whole time feeling like pretty sad about that. But also like this like one of the copes I was telling myself while feeling sad about the lack of performances was like, yeah, but like you'll get back to it. You know what you're doing. You're just
Just the
as
process.
you're just as legit as you were from before the pandemic.
Too legit to quit.
And now it's like there's this pressure to like prove to myself that I've still got it. You know?
Yeah.
Like for example, if I've been telling myself for 3 years that I will get back to it and it's good and I'll be good again or whatever, what if I am not? Like what if I come back and I suck? Or
Yeah, what if I suck is like the one thing that will derail your ability to
absolutely
give out good performances?
I think it makes every kind of art harder.
Yeah.
If you just go, well,
but
what if I suck?
Yeah, if any sort of live performance, especially, I think that's where the nerves come from, is that everyone's judging you and you're going to suck.
Yeah, I assume that by performing in front of people, I'm implicitly stating that I think I'm good enough to do so.
Yeah.
And what if I like screw up, turn in a bad performance, and make everyone think that I'm wrong for thinking I'm good enough to do this?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So that's kind of how I've been feeling. I wondered if you two have any, like, do you relate to what I'm saying?
I wonder if you two can tell me if I still got it.
No.
Do I suck?
No, I'm working through it. I don't think I suck. I think I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But do you guys relate at all to what I'm saying?
I
in
totally
any
get that.
capacity?
I'm still in that place too, but I think specifically performing like to my friends or like to people.
It's nerve-wracking if you haven't done it in a while.
It just feel like I can't get to that spot that I was before.
Can't get it up.
You know? Yeah. it's
Daniel's
really
having some
dysfunctional.
impotence issues.
Yeah.
I hate being in front of my friends and then I get whiskey dick.
Yeah. It's just limp.
From not even drinking. Yeah. My sense of pitch, I feel like, might be a little bit worse, or just like.
Oh, you've mentioned before that, like,
I feel like I'm
around other live musicians, you worry about being pitchy.
Yeah, I think it's like one of my worst traits as a singer that or at least to myself, I feel like I'm fairly. I feel like I just don't hit a lot of notes the way that I want to in terms of pitch, and
I know all three of us are like this, but Danny saying that he's pitchy reminded me. It's like, Danny's very self-critical, probably more than most people I know.
Sure.
So like also like your own internal standards for how well you're supposed to do in front of people are gonna be like way higher than those people hold for you.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a piece of shit, Mason. I get it. Yeah.
Message received.
Yeah. Start crying.
But Danny, look, if you started a band, I'd be all about it. I would support you to the ends of the earth, and I'm sure you wouldn't be pitchy.
I've been in multiple bands, so
great.
I was.
I'm sure you wouldn't be pitchy.
What were the names of my bands in high school?
One was Hybrid Retention.
Yes, Daniel, do you know the other one?
Oh, Cookie Monster.
Yep, that is it. No, it was Thiftus.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Thiftus was like it was
what
like a
does
weird.
that even mean?
It was. I think there was a sign for a thing called like Thrifties or whatever, and certain lights were not illuminated, and they're like made Thiftus. I was never part of the naming process.
Like when you see
the
the lovely sandwich shop Boy.
Boy, yes,
yeah.
I love Boy. I love
Yeah.
calling it Boy because there was one time where the S and the U were not illuminated, so I just called it Boy.
Right.
So perfect transition, Mason. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Because
That's why I'm here.
I found that there's this guy. His name is Tom McGovern27 on TikTok.
What's up, Tom?
Right
Tom
on,
McGovern. He actually has a great concept. It's called Good Bad Name Band Bad Name.
We got twisted up.
Good bad name.
Call
bad
911.
band. No, good band name. Bad band name. God damn it.
Band name.
This is a pretty good bad name. Yeah. So.
It's a pretty band name.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen this concept, but basically he'll just kind of go through popular bands and he'll say whether or not they're good or bad band names.
Sure.
But the other thing he says is like, also if you disagree with him, I don't give a toot. And then it cuts to him and there's like this metal version of him going, I don't give a toot.
Oh, that's
and he's
like a blast beat.
and he's like breaking shit.
I understand. I
So
can see
I
it
don't
in
give
my
a toot.
mind.
Yeah. So if you have a hot take on whether or not it's a good or bad name, just say I don't give a toot.
Right.
Yeah. Steal his thing. Yeah. So all right, let me
Shout
just
out to Tom McGovern27.
Yes.
And we're about to play good band name, bad band name.
See, it's kind of hard. You have to kind of.
It is hard.
Good band name, bad name.
All right.
Oh, that is hard.
Bad name.
Bad name. Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's go.
The Beatles. What do you think of the Beatles?
Good band name.
You think
Oh,
so?
no, bad.
Really?
I think it's not great. Also,
It's only good because of the history that they had. If you
But also,
completely
like,
look at it objectively,
They also changed
like,
the spelling to be like beat. Like
Yeah, it's a little corny.
it is. That's why I feel like it's
But it was a cornier time too, right? Like
Yeah.
Like media at the time was super corny.
oh, I didn't know we were like taking history.
Well,
into
I didn't. I
account.
wasn't even.
I feel like
whatever, that's
nowadays,
fine.
like I'd give it like a.
Well,
I
you
think
know
it's
what?
like
I don't give a toot, Mason.
I don't give a toot. I gotta show you guys for reference
Okay,
at some
cool.
point. But yeah, so I would say it's bad. I'd give it like a 3 out of 10.
Okay, cool.
Because I feel
Oh
like
wow, yeah, that's
I don't know. I just feel like there are. Okay, what about this? U2.
That's hard.
I think U2's bad. I think U2 is a bad band name.
yeah.
I'll go
also-
good band name.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mason's a really optimistic one.
No,
and
I
Daniel
just
and
think
just
I think
shitting.
it's catchy, and I like I think
Yeah.
spelled out, it's very signature.
Maybe it's because for me, I think it's lame because now that we've had like that shitty texting era where everyone would say you and the number 2.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, or like miss you
it
too.
makes it
yeah,
seem
yeah.
like cheesier.
yeah.
The only thing I like about you two is a scene in Scrubs where a girl is like organizing her CD collection and she comes across a U2 CD and her boyfriend's like sitting on the couch. She's like, I love you too. And he's like, yeah, I love you. And I thought it was
I
funny.
think it's funny to say the second part first. I do like, that, like, hey babe, I love you too.
Right, yeah.
They're like,
as-
oh, I
implying that
love
they
you.
should have said it by now.
Yeah. All right. Radiohead.
I that's fine.
I think Radio's a good band
It's a
name.
good band name.
Yeah.
Radiohead.
Maybe I just like band names.
Yeah.
I think you do. I mean, compared to U2 and the Beatles.
the Beatles.
I think
I think Radiohead is
that's by far
above
so far.
the two of
Yeah,
them.
I think I agree that Radiohead's the best band name so
Cool.
far.
Yeah. It's also what you'd call when you're getting a blowjob on 98.7.
Jesus Christ.
Radiohead. Sorry, that was bad. Boo. All right, Green Day.
Or like in the MRI machine. Sorry.
Yeah. Nice. Radio. Green Day. Thoughts on Green Day? I feel like it's not that good. I feel like
Yeah,
it could
bad
be
band
better.
name.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just pretty mid, you know?
Yeah.
Bad band name is my
I feel
final
like
answer.
in this world, mid is kind of bad.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't like nothing about it evokes the band itself in my mind.
Yeah.
Well, mid is bad because average is 7 in
In this-
America.
yeah, in
I don't know
America,
if we've
yeah,
had this
yeah.
conversation on the podcast.
I think we
did when we talked
Okay.
about the concept of mid. we
Americans
might have,
are very
yeah.
positivity skewed,
Yeah.
more so I'd guess
Yeah.
than other
That's why
cultures.
Daniel, whenever he asks about someone's rating on something, he'll say in a world with no 7s.
Yeah,
because
1 to
most
10
people
world
say
with no
7.
sevens.
Yeah, seven is like the safe middle ground.
Because if you
for
say
a lot of
6, that means
Americans.
it's like not as good.
Yeah,
But 8,
slightly
it's
bad,
like actually,
slightly good.
not
yeah,
good
yeah,
enough to say it's good.
Yeah. What about The Police?
Bad
band name.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a bad band name, not just for
Political
reasons.
Yeah.
But also just because like it's not
Yeah.
nothing about them to me fits that well.
Yeah.
anyway.
I feel like for me anything that's the something I'm
Yeah.
I'm not
the
stoked on.
Saurus. Yeah, bad.
bad book name. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude,
It's full of synonyms. You'd think they'd find another
know,
word
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
You
I think
know?
they call it a synonym roll or something.
Yeah. Synonym roll. Nice. All
Did
right.
you just come up with that?
Yeah.
Maze.
proud of
Hey,
you.
dude, he still got it. He still got it.
I
I don't give a toot. Okay. One Direction.
Bad band name.
Bad.
Yeah.
5 men in One Direction.
I don't.
One
is
Direction,
that
yeah.
the reason that they're
I don't
called
know.
that?
Yeah,
I don't
what is
know.
I don't like One Direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad Direction. One Direction I think is bad.
Bad Direction.
All right. How about this? Queen. I think
I
Queen
like
is
Queen.
good. I think Queen's a good
Yeah.
band name.
I feel like it's iconic.
it's better.
especially
It's better
since-
than King, in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, I think
like
so, too.
Queen for a band of all men, I think is better than King.
I also think that
Yeah.
they at some point, probably from the start, but at some point they clearly evoked the aesthetic of what you picture when you hear that there's a rock band named Queen.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that it also is thematically honest to who they are.
Yes.
You know,
I
Danny,
agree.
I'm gonna hijack this for a second because
Oh.
Mason has said evoke twice
Oh,
within the past
that's
minute.
Daniel
was
and
the
I
acapella
were
group.
in an acapella group, professional acapella group called
Archipelago.
Evoke.
Which also we didn't choose to name.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
we
It's just
But-
EVOK.
Good
right?
band name,
bequeathed it.
bad band name.
EVOK.
consider maybe that it's all,
EVOC.
EVOC.
I'm sorry. I haven't looked at the name
Well,
of Vocal.
I won't say
Yeah, my bad.
anything. Good band name, bad band name.
I think it's pretty good, especially given how bad acapella
Oh,
names
wow.
can be.
I was gonna say I think it's
Wow.
I think it's
it might not
mid-
be good. It's not good in the grand scheme
Yes.
of bands.
I think
but
it's mid band name, but good acapella
In the
group
world
name.
of okay.
Acapella names are
acapella-
notoriously bad.
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
funny.
Even like I think Evoke is on the level of like Pentatonics, like or maybe even higher than Pentatonics in a way.
Really?
I think Pentatonics is a bad band. A bad
I
group.
think so
Oh,
too.
really?
I think so too.
It's like
very
okay, yeah,
cheesy.
pentatonic scale,
Yeah, it
sure,
is
but
kinda
also
cheesy.
like and there's
But
5
with
of
an
them. But
X.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
cringy.
Yeah.
I think it's cringy.
And
yeah.
I think that
it
unfortunately
evokes the cringe that I think
I
of
think
when
evoke
think about acapella.
visually is kind of pleasant to look at.
Yeah,
'cause
And
most of the
VOC is
letters
cool.
are-
Now that, yeah, it makes more sense.
spherical.
Now, yeah.
but the
EVOC,
fact that
yeah.
it's a
Circular.
vocal pun yet again in the acapella world makes it lame.
All right, how about this? I got 3 more.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The 1975.
Good band name.
Think so?
Pff,
I think it's weird.
I'm gonna
'cause-
say bad name.
yeah, I think it's not as nice as I would have liked it to be because also I feel like they draw a lot from the 80s musically, so I'm wondering why they're the
Oh,
1975.
that's fair too.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's bad because I can never remember it, and I always say the
you do.
1984.
Yeah, you said George Orwell. You know? Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the 1875, which you once said.
Oh,
which I think is very
that's-
funny
yeah,
because it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Is that closer or worse?
No, that's
well, it's-
worse because it's
yeah.
like a post barely post slavery world.
Oh, that's true. That's true too. Reconstruction
Oh.
they're a band.
okay.
Yeah.
But,
Sorry,
but
yeah,
also,
yeah.
also on top of that, it just makes me imagine like the music they were listening
Oh,
to
yeah.
in 1875,
Like Bach,
which
yeah.
in no way would mirror
Yeah.
this band.
It is cool because I guess, like, in a way, it is going against what I was saying earlier about the. I think maybe it's cool if it's the and then a thing that doesn't work with the. Like, you wouldn't say the year number.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, doesn't
Yeah,
make
I think
sense.
that's
Like,
cool.
we don't say like, oh, in the 2022.
I
you know,
liked
yeah.
the 1975 because usually when people mention past decades and years,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong and you don't agree with this, but like I feel like we're all compelled to sort of visually brain blast like lots of associations and a very colorful image of what that year evokes or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Said evokes again. Sorry.
it's the word of the day.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think it's a very vivid name for a group. So because it just makes you think of so many things at
So
once.
that's fair.
You
That's
can-
fair.
you
That's a
can
good way to
check
look at
out,
it. All right,
yeah.
last two.
Sorry. Oh, one last thing I'll say
Okay.
about the 1975.
75. Oh man, Daniel's
when I
still
hear
struggling,
that, I
yeah.
just think like history books and boring.
That's fair.
Oh, Daniel
Snooze.
hates. I feel like what I've learned from you is you hate history and geography.
Okay, let me be clear. I don't necessarily hate history and geography.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
just very bad at those things.
Mhm.
Spoken
it.
like a true computer engineer.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, Backstreet Boys.
Bad,
Good. I think
bad.
it's kind of a
I
good
think it's
band
bad.
name.
Man,
I think it's kind of good.
I can't like
It's so like cringy.
I can't
It
separate
is.
myself from like the band.
Yeah,
you know.
maybe it's also because it's like it's in the same way we're talking about Evoke. It's good for boy band names, but it's bad for band names.
What if it was
probably.
just Backstreet?
That'd be even
that'd be
cringier
worse?
for somehow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel it sounds very
Because for
try
me,
hard.
like the boys part sounds like
yeah.
Yeah.
goofy.
The-
but I guess that's
yeah.
what makes it
Well,
better.
the whole
That's
thing
true.
is goofy.
Mhm.
I don't
Sure.
know.
All right, how about this? How about this? Which one's a better band name? Backstreet
NSYNC?
Boys or NSYNC? Yeah.
They're both.
Oh, definitely NSYNC.
NSYNC's
You
better
think so?
band
Oh,
name.
Yeah.
by far.
I feel like NSYNC is also cheesy though.
By,
yeah.
It's very cheesy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay,
it's like,
It's a cheesy time.
but it's more
Alright.
clever.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know?
Yeah. All right. How about the and there's five
Honestly,
letters for the five
NSYNC
members.
is like a similar name style to a cappella groups.
Yeah.
And I think the reason
Oh.
I
Yeah,
think
it
I
is.
think the reason a cappella groups are so cringy is that naming convention hasn't been cool in like 25 years.
Yeah.
Totally.
So why are you still doing
right.
it?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this last one? Hoobastank.
Good band name.
I like
Good
it.
band name.
I like it
I think
because I
it's
don't
good.
know what it means.
It's
I don't
but it
either,
makes me
but
feel
funny,
things.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
catchy,
Yeah.
It's memorable. Good
Yeah.
band name.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That
What
was
is a
good band name.
hooba?
Good band. God damn it. Good band name. Bad band name.
Thank you so much for listening to
Gubaba and Bubaba. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's what's fun is we can kind of do that one over and over again.
Yeah,
I
and I'm
think
sure
it's
we
a
will
lot
in
of-
future episodes.
Yes,
Speaking
absolutely.
of future episodes, we'll see you in the future with another episode. Isn't that right?
Whoa.
Yes, it is.
Because we're out. Because I gotta pee. So
Oh,
I gotta
you-
run. Well, unless you guys want to like listen to me pee, we have to cut the episode. I'm so sorry.
You know
guys.
what?
I think that means we're gonna be listening to you pee.
yeah.
I kind of want that.
All right.
Yes. Well, hey, have a good one, y'all. Much love. I'm Danny again. By the way,
I'm Daniel
again.
again.
Have a good day.
We'll never know his name.
About it.
Doom 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 da doom doom da doom doom da doom 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 ding 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 doo.